This is the hill of Ambohimanga, the ancient burial site of the kings of Madagascar. It's one of Madagascar's only UNESCO World Heritage Sites, situated around 30 or 40 km outside Antananarivo. We're standing inside the old palace of the king, Antananarivo, who reigned here in the 18th century and built this palace. It's also the burial site of all the kings and queens of Madagascar for a period of many hundreds of years. It's a stunning location. The views from this hill, we're not quite at the top here, but the views from the top are very spectacular over all the surrounding hills and plains. You can see there's a huge variety of ancient trees and other flora in the gardens. One fantastic fact about Madagascar is it's home to some 6.5%. That's about 1 in 15 of the entire world number of both animal and plant species which live here and here only. Just got to step round this old cannon here on the walls. These walls themselves are some 300 years old. They're actually made not out of concrete as they look, but of sand mixed with egg whites, which was the traditional way in history here of making cement concrete for building. The walls of this palace contain an estimated 20 million egg whites. This is presuming we're talking about normal chickens, of course, because Madagascar was also the home of the elephant bird, the largest bird that ever lived on Earth. The elephant bird stood an incredible 35 feet tall, that's over 10 meters high, weighed over half a ton, and actually lived here until around 300-400 years ago. The Malagasy people managed to live alongside elephant birds for 1,000 years or so after they arrived on this, the so-called 8th continent from Indonesia and Malaysia. But within 50 years or so of us more civilized Europeans arriving here, we'd managed to wipe the elephant bird out. Down in the south of the country, one can still see the eggs of these amazing birds, which apparently were over 1 meter in diameter. We'll hopefully get to see some of those later in the trip. So here we're up at the lookout post on top of the old hill. If you're looking up there, you'll see the wooden buildings there, centre of screen. Those are actually the tombs of King Antananarivo and his wife Ranavalana. Not quite sure I've got the pronunciation of that second word quite right. Right. It's a pretty amazing surrounding. Helped of course by the weather, which is very pleasant, around 25 degrees. We're about 1900 metres, so about 6,000 feet up. Here it actually gets a little chilly at night. It's down to 8 or 10 degrees. Of course in the southern hemisphere here it's the winter, which makes quite a nice change from Jeddah.